We talking about all things sports. We talking about all things sports. We talking about all things sports.
What's up, everybody? You are talking sports with Mike and PL. I am your co-host, Mr. PL Culture. Flanked to my right is my right-hand man, Mr. Michigan Mike, Michael Hassol.
What's up?
What's going on, my man? You ready to talk some sports?
Yes, I am.
All right, man. Let's get started, man. All right. So a lot's going on since the last time we hollered at the peeps. California Chrome, man.
Choke.
Oh no! Can a horse choke?
Yeah, they got you know.
Right on. So California Chrome choke and coming in fourth in the Belmont Stakes. So,
Tied for fourth at that.
wow, man, come on, man. We can't even give him the.
He can't get the full throw. I mean,
The
there's
full-
still somebody right next to him.
That is definitely a choke job. Now, the owner, Steve Colbert, was crying foul on national TV. Did you see his post game?
He was just crying. Yeah, he was complaining that some of these other horses didn't race the other races that California Chrome did, and that they should change the whole layout of that. You can't change history. That's just history.
Right. I mean,
all of a sudden it don't work out for you, and you want to change it. Like
other horses have done it before, and that's why it's hard to.
that's why it's hard to do.
But you know, the most impressive thing about Mr. Colburn was the way he handled his wife during that. Did you happen to?
I didn't catch that. No.
As he was going on his rant immediately after, which I give him a pass for. I mean, he was caught up in the emotion. The wife was nudging him to stop. You know, and you can. And then finally at the end, he turns around and says, "I don't care." It was classic TV.
Yeah, you know, he was gonna get it that night though. And
Right.
get that backhand from.
Right now, you notice he came back and apologized after that.
Yep. See.
Proof
Told
positive that it is cheaper to keep her moving on in a hurry. Now, the New York Knicks, we're going to go across the country here, they finally have themselves a head coach. Derek Fisher, former point guard of the said Oklahoma City Thunder. What do you think?
Great move. I think
Great
it's
move?
Yeah, great move. I think so.
Why's that?
I mean, he's well respected. A lot of players, even bad players, as far as not getting along with coaches, they can at least get along with Derek Fisher. You know, because all the he used to
Kobe's
be,
definitely one
yeah,
of those, yeah.
he used to be, head of the players union. So I mean, a lot of the players look up to him, and so him being that's the reason why a lot of these teams would get Fisher would be that that person in the locker room to go to speak up and get the team going.
Right, and he also knows the triangle offense, which
Yeah.
I'm sure is what they'll be trying to install up there. Now, Carmelo Anthony's the X factor in all of this. Do you think a move like this should be enough to keep him?
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to go somewhere that he sees a better, unless the Knicks do something big as far as player, getting a specific player. But I think he's probably going to leave. A lot of talk is especially Miami trying to get him too.
Right. Stephen A. Smith earlier today wrote an article saying that Carmelo and LeBron is in cahoots, a la the decision a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was also the one that broke that story as far as the Big Three coming to Miami, which I didn't believe in a million years when he first said it. Do you think there's a possibility for a Big Four in Miami?
Yeah, I could see that. Players are willing to give up the big salary to work with star players to get that ring because they know it's hard to get that ring. They know it makes your whole player of the NBA. Like, look at what it did to Dirk. He was just a good player until he got that ring. They're like, okay, he's all Hall of Fame player now.
Right, well respected, right. Yeah, well, that will be very interesting to see. Now, I can see LeBron. I can see Dwayne Wade. I can see them possibly coming together and taking a pay cut. I just don't see all four of them taking a pay cut. I think there'll be an odd man out if LeBron does pair up with Carmelo Anthony, whether it be ego, touches, money, but we shall see. I'm actually rooting for that to happen, by the way. The East is unwatchable, so you might as well just give us one super team out there.
Right.
We'll just wait for the playoffs. Now, also, speaking of college coaches and pro coaches, one said no thank you this past week to the NBA. Coach John Calipari of the Kentucky Wildcats said thanks, but no thanks to the Cavaliers, and signed an extension of his own, $52 million, 7 years. What do you think?
Yeah, including basketball and football as far as college coaches, they're just not going to pros. I mean, it's pretty much cutthroat in NFL once you step on, or NBA. in this instance. And you have pretty much 2 years. If you don't do anything or the way that they want to do it, then you're out. Right. So even if you do get to the playoffs, like it's just, I mean, why would you want to leave something that you know how to do, you know how to win, you know how to recruit, and then, you get pretty much new talent every 4 years. Why leave it?
Right, and you're literally the mayor, the unofficial mayor of Lexington, Kentucky.
But Paul, have you noticed that all these high-paying college coaches in basketball have mafia last names?
Stop
You haven't
playing,
noticed
Mike.
that? I'm just saying.
I mean, he doesn't have a buyout clause, man. I mean, how do you get a 7-year deal with no buyout clause? I mean,
He knows somebody.
he knows somebody. Maybe we need to know that somebody. That's a pretty sweet deal. All right, so I'll plan out. You know what, Mike? I think you might need to digress. Now, question: is there an NBA franchise that you would absolutely leave if you're an elite college coach? Is there one that a college coach should leave to go to the NBA for?
That's hard because if you're not established as an NBA coach, it would be hard transitioning from a college to NBA just because it's totally different. The same with like college football and NFL. Look at Saban. He went to the Dolphins, just did horrible just because it's two different type of players that you're coaching. So I wouldn't say so unless you really wanted to do that transition. I would say more do an assistant coach to start out, and then you can work and see how that works.
So there's no one signature franchise that you think that Calipari or Bill Self or John Beilein, any of the elite coaches should?
No, because even if the top coaches or the top coaching jobs, like you think the Lakers or the Knicks,
who are still without a coach,
right?
By the way,
right. Like even if those, like they're big organizations that if you don't even do something within a year, like you'll get fired within the season. So. Right. I mean, that's just hard. I mean, there's not one coach.
Very high turnover rate in the NBA, and there's plenty of job security if you are doing well in the NCAAs. And today, Michigan Mike, the 2014 edition of the World Cup has officially gotten underway.
Yeah. That's my vuvuzela.
Nice. Your what?
My vuvuzela.
See, you will only get that word on the
See, just random.
Talkin Sports with Mike and PL show. Good stuff. Mike, what are you thinking?
Oh, man, I'm pretty excited. I watched the matchup today with Brazil and Croatia.
Okay.
Croatia was just coming right out the gates. Brazil was kind of surprised at it. That's why Croatia had the lead at one point. Brazil did end up winning. But I actually had Brazil as a favorite, to win.
Okay.
I had, or to be in the finalists. I said Brazil and Germany, or like Brazil and Spain, because those are my pretty much three teams. Also, watch out for Argentina. Argentina has a really good team too. Now, I might be a little biased because that's my favorite player is Messi. So. Okay,
now you mentioned Germany. Now, for the casual fan who will only be tuning in for the World Cup, like myself. We do know that Germany is in the same bracket with the United States.
Yeah.
The United States, how are we looking going into this?
I see us getting out of it. I think we could beat Portugal and be the second team in our group to get in to the actual tournament portion. So I see us getting out of it. Probably winning round one, getting out or losing in round two again. But I think we can beat Ghana and Portugal, so that'll be enough for us to get in.
All right, good, and I'm sure that all of the people listening right now will be rooting for that result as well. Now, the head coach, Jurgen Klinsmann, he seems to share a different view from you on that. I mean, he's come under a lot of fire for basically saying that we don't have a snowball's chance, and you know what, to get it done this year. What do you think about that approach?
Yeah, I mean, it's different because he is from Germany, born and raised. He actually he has the experience of winning a World Cup. So a lot of people think, as Americans, we wouldn't say it that way. We would say, as we're playing right now, we have no chance in hell as winning,
Okay.
So that's the difference. In Germany, it's a different culture. Like, people don't understand that. Like, they'll just lay it out there. Like, no,
So there's no political correctness in...
I mean, just because he didn't say it correctly by saying... how we're playing right now, we have no way. Like, if he said it like that, we'd be like, oh, okay. Because coaches do that all the time.
But they haven't been playing well, though, recently, right?
No, they haven't been playing well. The offenses look good, but the defenses looks really bad.
But they won the last 3 games, though, right?
Well, the non-competition games, yeah, against not very good teams. So, I mean, you take it well. We're in the death ring, as they call it, the death bracket, and these teams are way better than any team that we played as the warm-up games. So even Ghana is better than Turkey, which was probably the best team that we played in the warm-ups. But yeah, I mean Ghana, Portugal's a really good team. They have the number 2 in the world player in the world. So and then of course you have favorite Germany. So it's just gonna be tough. That defense definitely needs to step up. So we'll see. I do have some other matchups though people need to watch out for.
Right. Hey,
because I know
fill us in.
we have some work today, or for the viewers, it'll be today, but tomorrow. On Friday, we have Spain and Netherlands
Okay.
at 2 p.m. That's going to be a good matchup.
Who you liking now?
Of course, Spain. I got Spain. Yeah.
All right.
And then Saturday, I have at 5 p.m. England and Italy. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be on ESPN.
All right.
Sunday, I have at 2 p.m. France and Honduras. And then, of course, Monday at 5 p.m. is going to be Ghana and U.S. But earlier that morning, I have Germany and Portugal, which is at 11 a.m. That's going to be a really good game because a lot of people favor those two as being the ones coming out of our bracket. So we'll see. That'll be a really good game. So.
Oh, okay. So as we start tuning in, we as in casual fans rooting for the USA, of course. As we start tuning in Monday night, what should we look for? Who should we look for? Is there a player that we should identify ourselves with that will pop out on the screen to us?
The main captain is probably Dempsey. He's been there for a while. He's like the captain, like pretty much the coach is right-hand man on that one. He goes to him and says, hey, tell them they need to pick it up or whatever. He kind of communicates. So probably him. And watch out for Altidore, too. He's one of our forwards, is doing really good, too. I don't know. I think I like our backup goalie behind Howard, just in case Howard gets hurt. We do have a really good goalie, though, right now.
Okay.
But he does get a lot emotional. You'll definitely see that. He'll start yelling at him, and you'll see it because our defense is not looking good. So.
I mean, well, coming from our brand of football here on the western side of things, I mean, we love passion and we love emotion, so that'll definitely be something that we want to tune into.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely great. What's the speaking of playoffs? What's the update on that NBA game we're watching right now?
Okay, yeah. Now we're coming to you live at Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The San Antonio Spurs are up 2-1. They're panning around. This was that Serena Williams and Andre Johnson.
The Miami fans definitely look bored right now. So I'm thinking the Spurs are probably up. Because they have their arms crossed, looking up at the scoreboard, and so they're sitting down.
Wow, it is 42-28 with just over 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Kind of a repeat of what we saw a couple of days ago.
It looks like they don't have an answer for this high speed or high score offense. Like they're like pass, shoot, done.
Right, and we definitely saw that on full display. Now we hadn't had a chance to really get to into the nuts and bolts of this, but from what we. Turnover, Miami, and I guess that's all we need to.
Yeah.
I guess that's all we.
Well, I mean, another thing I noticed was the Spurs passed the ball like 4 times, and then they would shoot, like pass it 4 times, pass it 5 times, and then shoot. And the Heat just weren't ready for. They're like, oh wait, where's it going? And then I mean, a lot of teams that you see that the Heat played against in the playoffs, they weren't a team like that to pass it 4 or 5 times. So I think that's definitely a. Was that a make?
That was a miss. So offensively, we're looking at less than 30 points in the first half for the Miami Heat. What's going on with them offensively, man?
Chalmers. Where has he been? Is he not part of the team anymore?
You know what? I did see him this morning. I had a bowl of cereal and.
So he's here in Dallas.
No, he was on my milk carton. I saw him on my milk carton. I promise if I run into him out here in Plano, I will.
Yeah, because I don't know where he's at. I think they're looking for him down there.
Yeah, there were several times in the game in Game 3 where Miami just completely abandoned the point guard position and just ran without a point guard.
So there you go. Spurs in 6 sounds good. Spurs in 5 almost sounds good right now too.
And Heat in 6 is looking very, very shaky right now. Now, moving on to the NFL. I know the last time we hollered at the peeps, we were profiling The top 100 football players is voted by their peers in 2014, and we covered 100 through 60, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Well, now we have it updated through number 41. Now, you know how we do, Michigan Mike. I'm going to shoot you some names. You tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right.
You got to let me know if you have some beef with them, too.
Oh, you definitely will know.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, let's get started. Well, with number 58, quarterback Joe Flacco of the Baltimore Ravens.
Nah, go ahead.
All right, we got number 50. So wait a minute, hold on. You don't agree that he should be number 58?
No, I said I have no beef with that.
You have no beef with that. Okay, well, let's back up. Your quarterback from last week, what's your quarterback's name?
You don't know my quarterback's name?
What's his name?
That's not my quarterback.
It's not Tony Romo. It's not Kaepernick. What's up?
How do you not know his name when he's a higher rank?
Well, okay, but he was 70, right? I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, would you take Joe Flacco over Nick Foles?
For what offense, though? For my offense?
For any
For
offense.
the Eagles' offense?
For any offense, just let's just say for your standard 2-back, 2 wide receivers, tight end.
Do I need a rollout quarterback or one that runs?
So
do I need one like that? Because it depends. Because you know Foles got some wheels on him.
That's so many variables, though.
That's what I'm asking. I mean,
I totally disagree with Flacco at 58.
What do you think he should be? Like 70, 73?
I would put him in the 70 range, just behind the 3 quarterbacks we talked about.
The only reason why I have no problem with that is 58. It's kind of in the middle of all the quarterbacks, and he does have a ring, so he has proven that he can get it done in the crucial times.
He had a great run on his second ring. On the first ring, that was the defense that got him that title. I mean, and without a defense this past year, he looked very pedestrian. I would take any of the quarterbacks we talked about last week, Kaepernick, Foles, or Romo over Flacco. Now, at number 56, DeMarcus Ware, linebacker, Denver.
Crickets.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
No, I mean, like, seriously, he didn't play, like, all season last year. The year before that, like, he's known to cause double teams. Like, that's why a lot of people liked him.
You sure it was the year before that?
Yeah.
It wasn't the year before that?
It might have been 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I've watched a lot of the games. I don't remember the last time he commanded a double team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the reason why. But when's the last time he's done that? Like, it's been a while. So, no, I wouldn't have him at no 56.
If Jerry Jones said thanks but no thanks, you can go on and go your separate way, you can't be a top 100 player. Because he'll overpay it.
You can't. You got to prove yourself.
You know what, Jerry? I'm sorry. You've been good to the show.
But like we said at the start of this list, this was voted by the players. So that just shows you how much well-respected he is.
And that he is and he should be for that. Number 41, Rob Gronkowski, tight end of New England.
See, it's weird because
41, man.
I wouldn't put him at 41.
You think that's a little too high?
Yeah, that's too high.
I agree with you there.
I'd probably put him at what we got.
Okay, hold. I skipped one. We got 51, Vernon Davis, tight end, San Francisco. Who would you take right now today?
Man. Both healthy, right?
Both healthy.
Okay, I'll take Vernon Davis.
I would take Gronkowski over. But you know what, though? Davis tore it up the end of last season. He really came on strong. Actually,
I like his passion, too.
Yeah,
Vernon
he plays
Davis.
with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
Gronkowski, you know what? I'm sorry, he's just a touchdown machine. I'm scared off by the injuries, but he is a touchdown machine.
He does seem find a way and just get some touches.
He does. He gets it done in the red zone and beyond. Now, that leads us to our Ask Michigan Mike question, and it seems like you touched a nerve with the people when it comes to these NFL lists because they keep chiming in and want to get your thoughts beyond. Now, this one comes from our boy Carlos in Mexico City.
¿Qué pasó?
Hey, Mike, Mexico City, man, you didn't tell me this show had a passport, man. That's a good look,
Yeah,
man.
man. I'm go there last week, man. That's where I was.
You are the man. Mexico City. All right, but I digress. His question for you. Is Tom Brady still a top 5 quarterback? And who's in your top 5? I am dying to hear this.
Man. Okay, so Tom Brady gets a bad rap for not having the same numbers as he used to. But look at his offense. If you looked at Tom Brady play in any of those games, it'd be like that. Perfect throw, hands, ball.
Will Spoker, Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Like, it's just hands. Like, And he's just looking at the receivers like, "Are you serious?" And he's looking at the coach like, "What do you want me to do? Like, I'm throwing it right to him. They're not catching the ball."
He had to get on him last year.
Yeah. So I mean, if you watch, I watched a lot of the Patriots games, and it was just like like 3rd and 10, perfect thrown, 15-yard ball, dropped, boom. Well, like.
And in fairness, I believe he started the season without his top 5 receivers from the prior year.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's something to consider as well. So you're saying you do have him in your top 5.
Yeah, I have him at probably number 5. Yeah.
Joined by who?
Not in this order because I know people get mad. So I'm gonna just start off with Luck because everyone knows he's not gonna be number 1. But I'm gonna start with Luck.
Okay.
I got Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I got Drew Brees.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, and then Tom Brady.
Okay. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid top 5. No Nick Foles.
Nah, he's not a top 5 player. He's not.
I was just checking your credibility.
Yeah, man, come on now.
All right. So there you have it there. Carlos in Mexico City. We thank you for hitting us up on Twitter. If you want to reach Michigan Mike on Twitter, you can always reach him at...
Oh, so that was my Vuvuzela again. That's going to be Michael Hasso. That's at MichaelJasso.
And you can always reach your co